Hello Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. How does Aquarius currently view this relationship? All right, Aquarius. This looks like a very fast-growing connection here between you and whoever it is that you currently find yourself getting to know. This connection might make you feel like you've known this person your whole entire life, even though technically speaking, you haven't, because this does appear to me as like a fairly new connection. It's just growing at a very rapid pace. So that's kind of telling me that the two of you, might find yourselves spending a lot of time with one another, things of that nature. Okay, well, it kind of looks like things are unfolding really nicely here for sure between you and this person. Now let's look at this human. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. All right, so you're connecting with this Queen of Wands over here. Okay. For some of you, this may end up resonating vice versa. But for the sake of the reading, I'm going to go ahead and say that this is your person, but it could, I'm not saying that it is you, but it could be you. Okay. All right. Well, in regards to how this person is currently viewing this relationship with you, I'm gonna be honest, Aquarius. When it comes down to this Queen of Wands that you currently find yourself connecting with, it kind of looks like, as far as like a serious relationship is concerned, it does appear to me that that is like the furthest thing from this person's mind, and I'm kind of curious as to why that is. Yeah, because this person's walking into this connection with you without having like any sort of, intentions, right? Of like running off into the sunset with you, things of that nature. But I feel like it's because settling down is like the furthest thing, I will say, from this person's mind. Okay, let's look at this Queen of Wands that you're connecting with, shall we? Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Okay. Yeah, we got the Nine of Pentacles. That's just kind of confirming like what I just said. It's like settling down right now is just not something that this person, wants to do. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the simple fact that there's a lot of things that this person wants to do with their life first before they turn around and settle down. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this person's in school and they're trying to get a particular, degree, right? It kind of looks like they want to get that degree first. And then, then eventually, you know what I mean? Like, settle down. It just kind of looks like this person just wants to accomplish and achieve their goals, more of the story, prior to essentially, settling down. Okay, fair enough. So it kind of looks like this person is kind of looking more so for like a friends with benefits type of situation, nothing more, nothing less. There's nothing wrong with that. As far as them wanting like a friends with benefits type of situation, nothing more, nothing less. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just kind of looks like that's kind of what they're only willing to make time for and are room for as they continue to focus on themselves and, the degree they want, the life that they want to manifest and create for themselves, things of that nature. We'll see how this plays out though, because it looks like you have every intention of eventually pursuing something serious with them. So we'll see, we'll see. How does Aquarius currently feel? Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we got the Death card, and then we also have the Fool. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're falling for this Queen of Wands pretty quickly. Yeah, pretty quickly. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, let me look at the Knight of Pentacles really quickly here. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. it's interesting, right? Because, God, how do I explain this? I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like you really weren't looking, honestly, for anything serious either. And it's kind of like primarily stemming, from a place um, of you also wanting to kind of like focus on you and the life that you want to manifest and create for yourself, things of that nature. So it kind of looks like neither one of you were actually looking for anything serious, is kind of what I'm getting. And it's because you guys are not satisfied with where you guys are at in your life currently at the moment. It's something that you guys want to pour a lot of time and energy towards, as far as like, getting yourself to where you want to essentially be at, career wise, financially, things of that nature. But now that this person's, in the picture, it kind of looks like that's kind of drastically changing here. It's like you go from, I don't really want anything serious, I'd rather just kind of, spend this time focusing on me, things of that nature. But it's like the moment you meet this person, it's like everything instantly changes for you. It's like now all of a sudden, you can definitely see a future here with this person. Now all of a sudden, you find yourself actually wanting something serious. I don't feel like you were anticipating or expecting, honestly, all of this, as far as like meeting someone that you really, really do like, and meeting someone that you do see, a great deal of potential with. And I feel like another reason why you weren't anticipating or expecting this has a lot to do with the people that you kind of like dated / dealt with prior to them. Like prior to them, you were running into a lot of people that you kind of perceived to, be people that you don't really see yourself building or establishing a life with or anything like that. But it kind of looks like all of that's changing now that you met this one. And like I said, it looks like you are falling for this Queen of Wands very, very quickly. Okay. How does this person currently feel? All right, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles, and then we also have the World out here. You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting is that I don't feel like this Queen of Wands is telling you like, yo, by the way, just thought I'd let you know, not really looking for anything serious, okay? Just, I thought I'd let you know now, just in case, so that way you don't get no ideas, right? It's like, I don't even see them doing that. Like, this is just their intentions walking into this entire situation with you. They're just not telling you, is kind of what I'm gathering, that they're not looking for anything serious. Anyways, this person legit feels, by the way, that you're not looking for anything serious either. Now, it doesn't appear to me that there's a full-blown conversation that's happening here between you and this person that's leading them to think and believe, you're not looking for anything serious, okay? Yeah, I don't feel like that's happening. This to me kind of feels like they're assuming, right, that you're probably not looking for anything serious either. So it works out, like that's how they're kind of like looking at the situation. Like, Aquarius doesn't look like they're really looking for anything serious. So yeah, this is gonna work out. This is gonna work out because then that way, I can still, focus on me and what I gotta do and stuff like that, without having to focus on a relationship right now, because a relationship is going to always require more time and more energy, from you than a friends with benefits type of situation ever will, right? So this is them assuming, okay, that you're not looking for anything serious. So this is wonderful. This is great. It all works out, Oh, well, I don't know about all that. Because it kind of looks like you're falling for this one and they don't even know it. It looks like you're already looking at this person with hearts in your eyes, you know what I mean? And they don't even know it. They don't even know it. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. We also have the Justice card, okay, in the reverse. And then we also have the Nine of Cups. Another thing too, not only do they want to take this time to really focus on them, nothing wrong with that, hence why they feel like they're not really ready for a relationship right now, nor do they want a relationship right now. They've also been trying to outrun pain and disappointment. You know, friends with benefit type of situations kind of make them feel very, very safe and very secure from the looks of it. Like being in a full-blown committed relationship with somebody for them, you know, makes them feel extremely vulnerable. It makes them feel like they're putting themselves in that predicament to possibly get hurt, played, betrayed, and deceived one day. But in a friends with benefits type of situation, you know what I mean? They're not worried about any of that. They're not worried about getting hurt. They're not worried about getting played. They're not worried about getting, you know, betrayed or deceived because there's no actual commitment, you know, at play. So, you know, then there's that. So it's a little bit of everything. It's kind of what I'm getting in reference to why this person isn't looking for anything serious. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. What actions will Aquarius take towards this person or moving forward? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Four of Pentacles, and then we also have the Queen of Cups. It's just acting as a double confirmation that you are definitely falling for this one over here. Don't get caught up in the gender. Nothing's gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but there is a prime reason why you guys are both showing up as feminine energies, and we're going to get into that right now. Feminine energies, when we see feminine on feminine energy, that basically represents, you know, an energy of sitting back, waiting to essentially receive, right? When we see feminine on feminine energy, there's bound to be tension, conflict, misunderstandings, and lack, okay? Because the reality of the situation is that you're gonna sit around in this dynamic, you know, wanting this person to give you what you want, right? Which is a full-blown committed relationship. And they're gonna find themselves in this dynamic wanting you to give them what they essentially want out of you, which is a friends with benefits type of situation, nothing more, nothing less. So we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out, because in regards to how you plan on moving forward, I mean, deep down inside, it's like you're like convinced, right, that this is your person, this is the one that you want to go off and build and establish a life with. Let's see how they're going to respond and react to all of this, because I do see you expressing to this person, you know, like how you feel about them and what you want with them, things of that nature. What actions will this person take towards Aquarius or moving forward? Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that. It's like this person's turning around and giving you what it is that you want, which is weird. Which is weird. I really wasn't anticipating or expecting that. Huh. It's like they go from being very hell-bent on like, no, I just want to focus on me and nothing more and nothing less. But it's like the moment, you know, you tell this person how you feel about them and what you want with them, it's like they just instantly turn around and give you what, you know, you want, which is a committed relationship. Interesting. Tell me more about the Emperor. Oh, God. Wait. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I feel like it's about to get complicated around here. So in reference to them turning around and instantly giving you what you want, I'm gonna be honest, Aquarius, I kind of feel like this person's looking at you like you're BSing them, like you're just trying to run some type of game on them just to, you know, continue to keep them around, is how they are internalizing all of this, even though that's technically speaking not what the fuck's going on. It's like here you come telling this person, you know, like, I really do like you, and like I can totally see myself being in a relationship with you. Want to be in a relationship with me? And they're just like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? But I can't emphasize this enough. It's like they're looking at you like you're just BSing them, so they're just kind of going along with it. Like they're looking at you like, oh, like you're just telling them whatever it is that you feel like you have to essentially tell them in order to continue to keep them around. But I don't feel like you're telling them all of this with the intentions of, I'm just saying this, you know, to you to just, you know, keep you around and make sure you don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, no, I don't see you doing that. I don't see you doing that. That's why I've kind of found this to be very, very odd and strange that they're instantly turning around and giving you what it is that you want. It's in the name of, oh yeah, sure, let's be together, yeah, sure. But in their head, they're just like, oh, Aquarius isn't serious. They're just probably saying that, just to, continue to keep me around. You know what I mean? Like, they're not serious. They're not serious. But you are. That's the thing. You are. Okay. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. I feel like something's being brought to this person's attention. Let's look a little bit more into that. So it kind of looks like you come along, open up to this person and tell this person, how you feel and what it is that you want from them. They instantly turn around and give you what it is that you want, thinking that, you're just BSing them. It is what it is. You're just running game on them. So, it's like they rather just turn around and play along, even though you're not running game on them, but that's just what they think. Okay. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. We got the Page of Swords, but that came out in the reverse. We also have the King of Swords in the reverse. And then we also have the Fool. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. What's being brought to this person's attention is that you're not BSing them like they essentially thought you were. Let's see what's actually happening here between you and this person that's causing them to wake up and realize, like, oh shit, like they're serious. Like they're serious. Like I thought they were joking back there. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Tell me more about tell me more about the Ace of Wands. We have the King of, we have the King of Swords. We have the King of Cups. We got the Seven of Cups. And then we also have the Four of Cups out here. And then we got the Two of Wands. Your person's so fascinating to me. There's certain things that you're doing in this dynamic here between the two of you that's leading them to think and believe that you really, really do have feelings for them. You really, really do want to be with them. And there's a variety of different things is kind of what I'm gathering that you're doing that's leading them to think and believe like, oh shit, wait a minute. I think that they really do want to be with me. I think they really do love me, you guys. Like, I think they do, but there's certain things that you're doing. I can't emphasize this enough. That's leading them to think and believe like, oh shit, they're serious. Like, they left their fucking toothbrush here. Like, oh snap, they're serious. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, yeah, okay. What in the world? Oh man. Yeah, like there's certain things that you're doing that's causing them to realize like, oh shit. Aquarius is serious. I thought they were joking back there. Like, I thought they were joking. I didn't think that they were serious. You know what I mean? And it's like now they find themselves in a predicament that they never really wanted to essentially be in. But it's weird, right? This is where it gets even more fucking complicated. Oh my Lord. This is where it gets even more complicated, right? Because it's like, as far as like them being put in a predicament they don't want to be in has a lot to do with being in a relationship. They don't want to be in a relationship. The desire to be in a relationship, it's just not there, right? All right, boom. But then we got this. So that's kind of telling me that this person, oh my God, this person's so complicated. Okay. That's kind of telling me that this person, like, even though they find themselves in a predicament they don't want to be in, aka a relationship, they also find themselves falling for you at the same exact time. So it's like they find themselves in a little bit of a pickle. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, your person is so complicated. I swear. I don't even know how to approach this. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. Like, what's the outcome between these two? Okay, so we have the Hermit. So stop running away from me. All right, we have the Hermit. We got the Knight of Wands. We also have the Judgment card. And then we also have the Page. of Cups. Then we have the Sun to the Three of Wands. And then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we also have the Knight of Swords. Aquarius, in regards to the outcome here, and it's just something that you kind of need to be aware of, all right? When it comes down to this person, you're dealing with somebody who is very, very conflicted, you know, on the inside. Very, very conflicted on the inside. Yeah, very fucking conflicted, because there's that part of them that finds themselves falling for you, but then there's that other part of them that's like, but no, like, we were supposed to do this with our life first. We were supposed to do that with our life first. We were supposed to get the degree, the house, the car, the money, the everything. We were supposed to do this first and then fall in love. And it just kind of looks like, they're falling in love before, I guess, like, they got that degree, or before they got that car, before they got that house. And it's creating so much, like, inner conflict within this human being, you know, and it's causing this person to essentially feel, and some people are like this, but it's causing this person to essentially feel like they can't do both. Like, they can't pursue love and then pursue the degree they've always wanted, you know, and the car they've always wanted, and then the house that they've always wanted. Like, they feel like they just can't do both. So it's like, as they're on this journey with you, it's like they feel like they're being pulled in two different directions. Yeah, like, they feel like they're being pulled in two different directions. It's like a part of them wants to get off this path that they currently find themselves on with you, to get back to focusing on what they originally wanted to do, right? With their life, which was get that degree, you know, get that house, get that car, get this, get that, and then settle down. You know what I mean? But it just kind of looks like now that you're in the picture, and now they find themselves developing all these emotions for you, and then they see how fucking serious you actually really are. You know, it has them not really wanting to get off this path that they're currently on with you. I feel like you have zero clue as to what's really going on internally within this person, because they are being pulled in two very, very different directions here. But it's like, I don't know, there's just people out there that are like that, where it's like they think, believe, and feel like they can't do both. Like, they can't pursue a relationship and, you know, make their dreams a reality at the same exact time. So again, something to just kind of like look out for, you know, as far as like because you might experience this person being very hot and cold with you, and it's because they're experiencing inner conflict right now, because they're being pulled in two different directions. You might also experience them kind of like fishing, like, for reassurance, like, hey, so Aquarius, like, are you know, you're really serious, huh? You know, you really do want to run off into the sunset with me, don't you? You know what I mean? Like, you might experience a whole lot of that coming from this person, and it's just because, again, they're kind of experiencing a boatload of, you know, inner conflict right now. I want to ask one more time, like, the outcome to the situation, because I still see this person on this path with you while feeling pulled in two different directions. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that hot and cold energy. You know, it's like, one minute this person might give you the impression, you know, that, you know, they're really serious about you and this dynamic that they share with you, and then they might kind of give you, you know, the impression that they're not really serious about you and this dynamic that they share with you. So you're going to more than likely experience a hot and cold energy. And it's not because they mean to show up in this manner. It's just they're being pulled in two very, very different directions. It's like a part of them is like, you know, we really should be focusing on our money right now. Just saying, we really should be focusing on getting that house, that car, you know what I mean? That degree, like, not love, just saying, you know. But then there's that other part of them that's just like, oh, but no, but I really do love Aquarius, and I really do want to go off and build and establish an amazing life with them. So they're being pulled in two different directions, and I can't emphasize this enough. This person feels like they can't do both. Like, they can't pursue their goals and make their dreams a reality while being involved with you. It's like they feel like they have to sacrifice this in order to have this, right? Which is basically a life with you. And in order to have this, they feel like they have to sacrifice this to get this, right? The house, the car, the degree, the degree, did you hear me? The money, you know, things of that nature. And it's like, as they're walking this path with you, it's like they're being reminded, like, damn, like I could have had my house by now. I could have had my car by now. I could have had this and this and this and this had I just remained on the path, that I was like, on, things of that nature. And it's going to cause this person unknowingly, because you're not going to realize this, but it's going to cause this person to develop a lot of resentment towards themselves, and a lot of resentment towards you. And I don't even feel like you are aware. I don't even feel like you're aware that this is kind of what this person's basically going through on their end, but it's something that they're going through. And it's something that, you're going to start to kind of witness over time, as far as the hot and coldness coming from this person. The wishy-washy energy. One minute, they kind of make it seem like they love me, they want to be with me. The next minute, they're kind of making it seem like they don't. I don't know what's going on. Like, and it's because of that. It's not, it truly is because of that. Because they think in their head, like, in order for me to get the car, the house, the money, the degree, I have to sacrifice this, which is their relationship with you, in order to get this, right? But being with you, right, causes them to feel like they have to sacrifice this. And that in itself does not sit well with this person. It just really doesn't, as far as sacrificing their dreams, their goals, the things that they want to accomplish and achieve for themselves. The thing with this person is that they can do both. They can go get that degree if they want to, get the house, get the car. They can go off and do all of these things that they want to. In their head, though, they just don't think, no, it's not how this works. Like, I can't do both. Like, that's their whole belief, basically. And the more a person sits there and tells themselves that they can't make their dreams a reality while being in a relationship with someone, the more they're going to start to believe it. And they firmly believe that they can't do both. So therefore, they have to sacrifice one or the other. It's either going to be you and their relationship with you, or it's going to be, their dreams. And it kind of looks like, moving forward, what I see this person doing is sacrificing, their dreams and the life they always wanted to manifest and create for themselves into fruition, prior to obviously settling down, to go off and be with you. And then that's when the hot and cold energy is going to start to come from them. The inconsistency, the 1 minute they're making it seem like they love you and they want to be with you, and the next minute they're just like, I don't want to do this. Like, you know what I mean? And that's why. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.